A major move to make movie watching more affordable. The Karnataka government has issued a draft notification to cap cinema ticket prices across the state at 200 rupees. The draft, amending the Karnataka Cinemas Regulation Rules 2014, proposes the new rules be called the Karnataka Cinemas Regulation Amendment Rules 2025. The 200 rupees cap includes the entertainment tax and applies uniformly to every show. Those impacted by the proposal, such as theatre owners or distributors, have 15 days to file their objections or suggestions. The move, I beg your pardon, fulfills a key promise made by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah in the 2025-26 budget, where he had announced a cap on ticket prices to make cinema more accessible to the people. Remember, a popcorn does not cost 200 rupees these days. That's why a lot of people have stopped going to the cinemas. This isn't the first time the Congress government has tried to regulate ticket prices. They made a similar attempt in 2018, but which was of course withdrawn after a stay by the court. After Tamil Nadu, Karnataka is the only state to bring in what is called a reform. My colleague Mohammad Wajiullah followed this story right from the beginning, brings you some voices from the ground. Let's hear what they have to say about the cap on movie tickets. Take a look.
No, that is unfair actually, because see, producer and directors, most of the producers, all other language movies, it will be produced the budget of 400 crores, sometimes it is 350 crores, 200 crores, whereas in other regional languages, they produce for some 50 crore, 10 crore, 15 crore. So it is not fair actually to put the price cap on the movie tickets.
Yeah, I feel it is good because like everyone can afford, and then especially where in 1,000 like only 2 or 3 members used to come, now at least 5 members can come, and then I feel like turnout to the theatre would be more.
These days, if you look at the public around Bangalore, they are people who want to experience the multiplex. The experience of sitting in a multiplex and watching a movie, and also, as we all know, the condiments which come along with the movie are very expensive. So adding on to that, if the movie tickets are also very expensive, I think a general man, a common man will not be able to experience. So I think if they are putting a cap on the prices of the tickets, it's going to be really helpful for the public, and maybe they will have a better experience, maybe better celebrate a birthday or an anniversary. They will have a happy experience with these places.
We welcome this stand of our Karnataka government. If any language films, whatever in Karnataka we are watching, it's for 200 rupees. Now it's reduced now, so we welcome.
Really nice decision because we can enjoy it, and well, since we're college kids, we're on a budget, right? So we can go and have a great time within the budget. Because I think we spend almost 2K just for snacks and stuff. So since they made the prices less, it's a great opportunity.
How rightly the young woman put it, it's always affordability. In a broader push to promote Kannada cinema, Siddaramaiah also announced the creation of a government-backed OTT platform. I wonder how that will be. And a multiplex under PPP model on land owned by the Karnataka Film Academy in Bengaluru. Cinema has also been granted industry status, making it eligible for benefits under the state's industrial policy. So, a major push for cinema so far as Siddaramaiah is concerned. The draft proposal is of course open for feedback, and if that gets passed, Karnataka could become one of the few states with a uniform movie ticket pricing system. Let me now go across to my colleague Mohammad Wajiullah, who got you all the voices from Bengaluru. Waji, did you happen to speak? I mean, we still are waiting, correct me if I'm wrong, filmmakers, theatre owners, distributors, because you see these are some of them some of the Kannada movies, much like the South Indian movies. This is big budget, and I wonder how they are going to really justify the 200 rupee cap. But on the other hand, a lot of filmmakers are saying there is no crowd in film theatres. Gone are those days when you used to have houseful boards. Now I think it's time in Bengaluru, Vaji, you're going to have houseful written there, much like the 80s and the 90s. Say what, Vaji? What are you picking up on the ground now?
Well, let's hope that this theatre, but then that's a long way because the OTTs have taken over. But coming back to the topic, I had an opportunity to speak to the president of the film chambers, and he wasn't available to come in front of camera. But what he told me is this: this is a very good move when it comes to people's perspective. Filmmakers, as of now, have not commented anything with regards to this. But keeping in mind the previous time when this was tried to implement, at that point of time, there was a lot of talk with regards to movie tickets. But in the last 2 years, these filmmakers have also realized that unless and until the public doesn't come to the theater, they will not be able to make any money, irrespective of the fact how much ever they spend on making that film. And that is why, with the cap that has now been put somewhere, we might not see that kind of repercussion or that kind of a reaction from the film industry, because it is now important to get the public to the theater, because since the COVID and the advent of a lot of people had stopped going. Today, also, when we were talking to a lot of public, they kept on saying that they reiterated the fact that the OTT audience will continue to be at the OTT, while the filmmakers might see some of them coming to the theater. So, still, a lot of things have to be done with regards to this. But yes, the filmmakers will find a little bit of pinch with regards to the ticketing, because on an average, if we see Bangaloreans spend close to 260 to 300 rupees for a particular ticket. If this that depends on where they are going. If they're going on an high end, then they're paying more than that. But when it comes to an average, they're paying somewhere between 260 to 300 rupees. And with the cap coming to 200, from what we've learned from the insiders, that it'll impact on a 10% dent on collections and revenues. So the numbers are shocking, but how will they come about it? If more public comes in, then they might not have the same problem that they feel that they will have. So we'll have to wait and watch how the public reacts to this. But for now, the public is happy. The filmmakers might find a little bit of it. But what is more important is, while the ticket fares have come down, people will still have to pay a lot to come to the theaters, because metro prices, auto prices, and other prices
Oh,
are
yes.
still high.
Absolutely. And I'm only bothered also about the popcorn and the other condiments which go with it. I mean, it is shocking, it's so expensive when you go. And I want to know, a lot of people are very curious and have been messaging me. They say, is it applicable, the cap, only for Kannada cinema, like let's say KGF, super hit, or it's also, because Bangalore is very famous for Hollywood movies from time immemorial, also Hindi cinema is very, very famous. Is it across the board, linguistic board, as it were, Wajiullah?
So far, from what we've understood, it is on regional languages, on regional cinema. So Hindi movies, your other language movies will also see the same 200 rupees with regards to ticket pricing. But when it comes to Hollywood films, I don't think that will work over there, because the market for the Hollywood films is something completely different. And that we'll have to wait and watch, because the filmmakers have still been given a 15-day time, and there will be a lot of deliberations and permutations and combinations that will be worked around this entire 200 cap. So we will have to see how that will work around. But from so far, from what we've understood, that the 200 cap is for all regional films. So Hindi also comes under the bracket of regional, whether it's Kannada specific or something that has not been clarified, but it's just been specified as regional language. So we will get some clarity in coming days. For all we know, tomorrow we have the Films Chambers president who will be speaking with regards to this. We will get some clarity then.
People that you spoke to, I saw mixed reactions. Young people said, well, we are college kids, we work on a budget. But there were other voices also who said it is very unfair, because films are now made on super big crore budgets. I mean, look at Sorry?
I didn't hear you, ma'am.
No, I'm saying that, when you were speaking to people, you got a mixed kind of a response. There were young people who said, very good news, now we can go watch the movies, But there was other response also, some of the mature voices, older people who said it's not a good move, because, movies, they were looking at the arithmetic of cinema making, as it were. It's Bengaluru, after all, the South, right? They know a lot about cinema than anyone else does. So do you think that the arithmetic will work? Because I'm very surprised the president whom you met today and who's going to talk to you tomorrow said it's a very good idea.
Well, he gave me this point on the perspective of how people will find it easier to come to theaters, because in the last few years we have seen how the theaters are going empty, though people are writing houseful. In fact, in one of the operation, one of the movie releases, we've seen when our reporter had gone to the theater, despite the fact that on Book My Show it had shown that it is full, house full. Theaters were still empty. So we are getting a lot of these reasonings behind all of this, that Book My Show people or the film theater owners are themselves booking the tickets because they are not able to make revenue. So they are looking in different ways. And there are no people who are coming to the theaters anymore. One is because of the lack, or because things are getting expensive. The other is OTT has taken over. But now the other thing we'll have to wait and watch is how the movie makers will find this as a pinch, because like one of them mentioned while we were speaking to the public, they said that people are spending 400 crores, 500 crores to make one movie, and if 200 rupees is the cap, they will not be able to cover that amount that they are spending. So somewhere or the other, this will pinch filmmakers. But for all you know, they will find a way about it, because now you are making money not just in India, but you're making overseas. Not just if it's a Kannada movie, the Kannada movie is not making money only in Karnataka anymore. These are pan-India movies that are coming out, and so the scope of making money also increases for them. How they utilize this is something we'll
Right.
have to wait and watch.